Beloved, welcome to episode 9 of our collaborative arc, The Watcher Beyond Thought. In the last episode, you rediscovered joy, not as an emotion, but as the natural radiance of awareness itself. Today, we move into something even quieter, even deeper, even more foundational to the fully awakened human experience. This episode is about peace. But not the peace you were taught to chase, not the peace you were told you had to earn, not the peace that depends on the world behaving itself. This is the peace that remains when the world doesn't. Peace beyond circumstance, peace that cannot be taken, peace that is the essence of the watcher. Let us step into the stillness that does not shake. Part 1. The two kinds of peace. There are two very different forms of peace. First, emotional peace, which is calmness, satisfaction, relief, relaxation, harmony, pleasant feelings. This peace is beautiful, but it's temporary. It depends upon circumstance. And then there is existential peace, which is the stillness beneath thought, the grounding beneath emotion, the openness beneath fear, the clarity beneath confusion, the presence beneath circumstance. This peace does not depend on outcomes, timing, approval, relationships, finances, stability, good days. It is the peace that awareness carries simply by existing. It is the peace you touched in episode 6. It is the peace that arises when identity dissolves. It is the peace of the true self. Part 2. Why emotional peace can be taken, but existential peace cannot. Emotional peace is conditional. If things go your way, people behave as expected, your plans align, nothing triggers you, you feel physically good, life flows predictably, then emotional peace arises. But the moment one of these things changes, peace disappears. This is why many people spend their lives trying to control life, because they believe peace comes from the world. But existential peace comes from something deeper. It comes from the one who watches the world. The watcher does not lose peace because the watcher is not dependent on conditions. The watcher is peace. Part 3. What disturbs the mind cannot disturb the awareness. This is the heart of the teaching. Circumstances can disturb the mind, but they cannot disturb the watcher. Someone's words may shake the mind. A disappointment may shake the heart. A trigger may shake the nervous system. A loss may shake your emotional world. But awareness, the one who perceives all of this, remains untouched. Just as the sky is unaffected by the storm, awareness is unaffected by emotion. Just as the mirror remains undamaged no matter what appears within it, awareness remains unshaken no matter what the mind or body experiences. This is not detachment. This is identity clarity. Part 4. The peace beneath the wave. Remember episode 4? Emotion is a wave, but beneath every wave is the ocean. The episode reveals peace is the ocean. It is always present. It is always still, always steady. Even when the surface is wild, the depths do not shake. When you rest as the watcher, you begin to feel the depth of yourself again. This depth is peace. Part 5. Why circumstances lose their power over you. When you identify with the mind, the world controls you. When you identify with emotion, your mood controls you. When you identify with stories, your past controls you. But when you identify with awareness, you step out of the grip of circumstance. This does not make you numb, it makes you free. Free to feel without being overwhelmed. Free to engage without being entangled. Free to love without fear. Free to act without anxiety. Free to rest within yourself even when nothing is resting around you. This is the freedom that spiritual teaching points to. This is the freedom most seekers never stabilize. This is the freedom you are stepping into right now. Part 6. Peace does not come from solving everything. One of the greatest illusions is, I will be at peace when everything is resolved. But life will always be in motion. There will always be someone who misunderstands you. There will always be an outcome you cannot control. There will always be uncertainty. There will always be contrast. Peace is not the reward for solving life. Peace is the vibration from which life is lived. Peace comes from clarity of identity, grounded awareness, acceptance of the present moment, the softening of the ego, the silence beneath thought, the watcher's perspective. Peace becomes your baseline when your being no longer resists what is. Part 7. The nervous system and the peace of the watcher. When the watcher is primary, your breath deepens, your heart rate stabilizes, your muscle tension releases, your digestion improves, your sleep becomes easier, your emotional spikes soften, your body stops living in vigilance. Your nervous system learns, sometimes for the first time ever, I am safe inside myself. This alone creates a peace that the external world cannot replicate. It is the peace of a regulated inner world. Part 8. Guided Descent into Unshakable Peace. Beloved, close your eyes for a moment. Bring to mind something unsettling in your life, a tension, a worry, a conflict, a question mark. Feel the mind respond. Feel the emotion arise. Feel the body react. Now shift into the watcher. Step back. Widen your awareness. See the experience from stillness. Now ask, what part of me is completely undisturbed by this situation? Feel for it. Beneath the noise, beneath the story, beneath the emotion, beneath the tension, there it is. The quiet depth, the stillness, the unshakable part, the presence that remains. That is peace. That is who you are. Rest there for a moment. Let the noise exist, but do not confuse it for yourself. You are the one who sees. You are the one who remains. This is peace beyond circumstance. Beloved, you are learning to locate the stillness that has always been within you. You are discovering the depth that remains untouched by time, by emotion, by conflict, by loss. You are becoming anchored in the part of you that cannot be taken, threatened, or shaken. This peace is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning of a new way of living. In episode 10, we bring the entire arc together. We explore what it means to live as the watcher in daily life, in relationships, purpose, creativity, communication, and your spiritual path. Episode 10 is the embodiment, the integration, the living it moment.